Okay, a very good morning to everyone. Okay, this is our latest unit, Unit 9. The title is Getting Away. So for this time around, I will focus on the listening skill first. So these are our learning objective. Right, by the end of the lesson, you will be able to guess the meaning of unfamiliar words from clues provided by other words and by context on a wide range of familiar topics and some unfamiliar topics. Next, you will be able to understand independently specific information and details in extended text on a wide range of familiar topics and some unfamiliar topics. So these are our first question. Okay, what is your idea of a holiday camp? Okay, can you share with me what is your idea? Okay, actually a holiday camp or summer camp is an unforgettable experience. So there are numerous activities that teach growing campers responsibility, courage, and great life lesson. So every day at summer camp is an adventure. Through thrilling and exciting activities, campers grow self-confidence and become more eager to take on new adventures. Okay, there are a few thrilling ideas, okay, for you to try out with your friends either, or maybe you could suggest to your teachers to have this kind of activity while you are having your camp. Okay, this is actually helping you to push your limits and find your inner courage. Right, one of the activity most probably you can try hiking, because hiking is a thrilling way to get away from technology and other distractions of daily life. Getting to explore the outdoors together is a way that you and your friends can bond and experience nature in a fun and interactive way. Hiking to destinations like lookout points and waterfalls allows campers to see their surroundings from a different perspective and feel a sense of accomplishment. In other words, this is a way for you to build your friendship and get exercise while gaining a new appreciation for the outdoors. Alright, hiking to exciting location and conquering difficult obstacles is actually a rewarding and thrilling experience for those involved. Okay, so getting out and exploring the surroundings of a campsite is an incredibly fun camp activity. Okay, other than that, you can try this activity, which is the horseback riding. So for adventurous campers big and small, horseback riding is the holiday camp activity that you can find if you choose to have any camping activity at any suitable places. Okay, horseback riding is a great way to experience the outdoors and one's own surroundings. Interacting with animals in a hands-on way makes horseback riding a unique way to experience nature. Okay, this creates a strong bond between campers, which is you, and your outdoor experience. Alright, next activity is, okay, this this one is the most adventurous one, which is water rafting. River rafting especially is an experience like no other. Rafting provides one-on-one experience with nature and create a bond between campers as you will learn team building skills and conquer the water, right? For the white water. For campers with courage and an unstoppable urge for excitement, river rafting is the holiday camp activity you are looking for. River rafting is not for the faint of heart. It is an extreme and unforgettable experience of campers against the untamed elements of nature. So river rafting is for those ambitious campers. This is a holiday camp activity that you can bring in or you can have with your friends. So do you have any other ideas you can share with me later? Before we start our first activity, let's have a look first this listening tip. You will probably need to write between 1 and 3 words in each gap. Maksudnya ada ruang kosong. The words is between 1 to 3 words. And although the sentences around them will be different, the words you need to write will be the words that you hear. So it means the answers are exactly taken from the audio. So you won't need to change any endings and any tenses or articles or anything else. So that is the reason why you have to pay full attention while listening to the audio. The first activity from your textbook. You can refer to your textbook. Page listening is on page 116. Question number 1, activity 1. Read these sentences and say what part of speech will complete each one. How do you know? So there are 4 sentences there. First one, they couldn't believe how large and dash the cruise ship was. 2, we decided dash to Paris instead of taking the train. Number 3, I stayed in a small but beautiful dash on my city break. Number 4, the children jumped dash and noisily into the pool. So you must decide what part of speech will complete each sentence. Maksudnya awak kena fikirkan type of speech that complete this sentence. Let's check the answer. I will show you the answer for activity number 1. So this blank answer is actually words to describe adjective. So what is adjective? Adjective is a word that tells you more about a noun. It describes or modifies a noun. Adjective ni digunakan untuk menggambarkan or memberi penjelasan dengan lebih details pada kata nama. Alright, number 2. Number 2 is full affinitive. Full affinitive means it follows the verb this side and then you have to add the word to before the words. So it means that the answer here you should start with the word to, then followed by the root word, kata asal dibalik. Example, to eat, to run, to drink. So listen carefully and then you can identify the correct answer for this part later. Number 3, right? The missing gap is actually a noun, kata nama. It follows the indefinite articles and 2 adjectives there. Adjective there. So we can see 2 adjectives here, small and beautiful. So that is why the blank one is for you to find the suitable noun from the audio. And the last one is actually the adverb. So what is adverb? Adverb is a word or an expression that modifies a verb, adjective, determinants, clause, prepositions, or sentence. So there are different between adjective and adverb. Adjective in Malay, if I'm not mistaken, is kata sifat. Alright, so now listen to the audio and complete exercise 1 and write down the correct sentence. You don't have to change the form of the words.
Unit 9. Listening. Exercise 2. 1.
They couldn't believe how large and luxurious the cruise ship was.
2.
We decided to fly to Paris instead of taking the train.
3.
I stayed in a small but beautiful hotel on my city break.
4.
The children jumped happily and noisily into the pool.
Okay, if let's say you wanted to hear the audio, you can simply replay it back again. Right. Next activity is activity 3. Question number 3. Okay, you must look at the sentences in exercise 4. The one that I have showed you in front is activity or sentences from exercise 4. Then determine what part of speech will complete the gaps by identifying the clues to help you. So the sentences with the same part of speech are grouped together. There are only 3 different parts of speech, which are adjective, verb, and noun in the task. So unlike the previous one, there are 4, including adverbs. But this question, there are only 3 parts of speech: adjective, verb, and noun. So look at question or sentence number 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. Next one, 3, 8, 9, and 10. And then question 7. Once you have identified the forms, the parts of speech, then it will be easier for you to answer exercise 4. So you know what to hear and then how to fill up those gaps. So let's have a look first at question sentence number 1. Number 1, Butlin thought that British people needed an opportunity to get away from the dash of their everyday life. Number 2, Butlin offered all-inclusive holidays which would cost people the same as a dash. Number 3, the chalets at Butlin's original camps were bright and dash but very simple. Number 4, many people who had worked as a redcoats became dash later in life. Number 5, Butlin got the idea for his holiday camps from a summer camp he saw in dash. Number 6, Butlin's arrangements with the British government during the war enabled him to make a large dash. 7, Butlin's camps were popular after the war because people didn't have enough money to dash. Number 8, some guests found Radio Butlin's music and announcements very dash. Number 9, nowadays Butlins holiday resorts provide a range of dash entertainment, shops and restaurants. And number 10, the recently built hotel offer guests all the resort facilities but with dash accommodation. So let's hear the audio first.
Exercise 4.
In the 1930s, a new kind of holiday was invented in Britain. A man called Billy Butlin had the idea that hard-working British people needed somewhere to go that was affordable and fun in order to escape the routine of their normal working lives. His idea was an early type of package holiday. He would offer full board accommodation and a lively program of free activities and entertainment for all the family. This would all happen in one place, and all for the price of a week's wages. His first holiday camp, as they were then known, opened in Skegness on the east coast of England in 1936 and was a huge success. Staying at a Butlin's holiday camp wasn't exactly like staying in a five-star hotel, though. Accommodation was in small wooden huts called chalets, which were arranged in rows facing each other. They were bright and colourful, but basic, and toilets were in shared blocks in the middle of the rows. All meals were provided in huge dining rooms, and there were daily activities like swimming, sports and competitions, and evening entertainment such as shows and dancing. Butlin's next great idea was to employ a team of staff called Redcoats. They wore red jackets, and their job was to join in with everything and encourage every member of the family to join in too. Many Redcoats later became famous entertainers. Billy Butlin came from a family of fairground showmen, so he knew about making money from entertaining people. He'd spent his teenage years in Canada, and while he was there, he'd visited a summer camp, which gave him the idea for his holiday camps back in England. During the Second World War, Butlin's holiday camps were taken over by the British government for training and housing soldiers, and he was paid to build several more, which then became holiday camps again only weeks after the war ended. Butlin made a huge profit from this wartime arrangement. In the years after the war, the camps became even more popular as people who couldn't afford to travel abroad needed somewhere colourful and fun in which to enjoy themselves. Butlin continued to build more camps during the 50s and 60s, and his camps became famous for the crazy games and competitions that were held there, like knobbly knees and glamorous granny contests. In order to communicate with so many guests, Radio Butlin played music and made announcements through loudspeakers in every chalet and across the camps. Some guests found this so annoying that they cut the wires in their chalets. Despite this, Butlin's remained very popular and in 1972 received over 1 million bookings. Between the 60s and the 90s, though, Butlin started to suffer competition from cheap overseas package holidays, and many of the camps closed. However, in the remaining 3 camps, a huge program of modernization took place. Butlin's holiday resorts, as they are now called, offer fantastic indoor and outdoor entertainment, shopping and dining, with a much wider choice of activities available. The original wooden chalets of the 1930s are long gone, having been replaced by more modern versions. Only one remains, which is now protected as a historic building and is for display only. In the 21st century, Butlin's even opened 3 hotels on one of their sites, enabling guests to enjoy more luxurious accommodation, whilst still enjoying all the activities the resort has to offer.
Okay, alright, that's it. So again, if you wanted to listen to it again, you can replay it back and look at for the answers. Okay, alright. So I think that's all for our lesson for Unit 9 listening skill. Those students, please send in to me the answers, alright, in our Telegram channel. Alright, so that's it for now. Stay safe and see you in the next lesson.